Good morning, I'm sitting here with Ripsonar News. It's Adam, the filmmaker, and Pavel, who is the interpreter. Hello, and it's 23rd of September 2018. It's a special day for me, maybe for other people as well. And we would have a conference this weekend from illusion to reality in Prague, but because of the legal problems that I have, so we did so that we have just met with Ripsonar News and with my friend Ole Dammegård from lightonconspiracies.com. We have interviewed several people like Jim Fetzer, Ole Dammegård, well, and other you have questions to me, so that it wasn't a real conference, and I hope it will be a real conference next year. So please.
Hello, I'm Pavel from Ripsonar News. As you have said, today we have the pleasure to speak with you. You are from the channel From Illusion to Reality, and thank you for hosting us this weekend in Prague. This weekend you have interviewed a number of people, just to mention Cody Snodgrass, Ole Dammegård, Carrie Cassidy, Jim Fetzer, Anne Redolfs. Can you tell us a bit about these people, just in brief?
Yeah, Ole Dammegård has helped me also as the host, so that there are interviews with Ole. Ole Dammegård has a site from illusion, lightonconspiracies.com and YouTube channel Ole Dammegård. Ole was born in Denmark, but since like 8 years old he lived also in Sweden as myself. Both of us have lived in Sweden for the most of our lives, and Ole mostly in Stockholm region, and I mostly in the second biggest town in Sweden, which is Gothenburg, and I believe both of us has inside information a little bit about the criminality of Secret Service in Sweden and false flag operations. And Ole is a journalist, and he has worked for at least 30 years with false flags operation. He is a huge expert on it, so false flags operations, but even other things, like he has a knowledge of music industry and the connection with Secret Service and the criminality. And he has written a book about the murder of Olof Palme, the former Prime Minister of Sweden, and the book is Coup d'etat in slow motion. And because of his work he was threatened and he had to leave Sweden very quickly, so he lives in Malaga, the region in Spain. Then it's James Fetzer, Professor James Fetzer. It's Professor Emeritus Professor Jim Fetzer, who also worked with false flag operation like 9/11, the assassination of JF Kennedy, and many other false flags. So the interview was longer than 2 hours, so we will publish it soon. And I believe it's interesting. We will publish it uncut.
Okay.
And then Ole speaks a couple of times, 2 interviews. We will publish it as well. I have talked to Carrie Cassidy myself, so we will publish it. She talked about whistleblowers and her latest whistleblowers. Carrie Cassidy was here for the first conference in 2016, July. She has also filmed here in Prague 2 interviews which I would like to recommend. I have pictures. It's with Ole Dammegård. I will put links, and with George Green I will put links. So it's Project Camelot, Carrie Cassidy did it. And actually Carrie did the poster with her partner Neil Neil. So the poster, the banner, it was work of the first banner, and Carrie gave speech also. You can find it on my YouTube channels. More than 100,000 people have seen it. Unfortunately, I didn't know so much about Kevin Annett, so he was a very big disappointment. I have talked about it, so I don't want to have like anything with the itccs.org and Kevin Annett. I believe it's a fraud. And Harald Kautz has spoken, and George Green. George Green, I was also very surprised. I did a couple of interviews less than 1 year ago, and the first interview I was really surprised what George is saying. More than 100,000 have seen the interview. Other people have reacted as well. I wanted to do a third interview with him to get some explanation. What is this? Because it sounds like suddenly George Green revealed much of as an insider and whistleblower that the people up there like Henry Kissinger and Prime Minister want to kill us, want to genocide us, and how the elections are rigged in United States, and of course it's like in other countries. But suddenly he speaks like it's okay with genocide, so I didn't quite get it.
Okay, so, but coming back to the recent interviews, you have also spoke with Cody Snodgrass?
Yes, Cody Snodgrass is a Black Ops contractor. And he came out with a book, Choosing the Light or something like that.
Yes.
And he's a friend of Ole Dammegård. So we three did interview, but it was Cody who was on the phone, and Ole took gave some question as well. I had some question, and I believe that the interview, what Cody said, was interesting.
It was very interesting. I have heard it.
Yeah, so I believe it might be interesting for many viewers. And are you going to translate it to Polish?
It will be translated to Polish with the text underneath the video.
Yeah, yes, and I will try to translate it, but with my voice over Cody's voice and Ule's voice. I don't know if I've never done it before, but I believe it would be good to have the interview translated to Czech quite soon. And it's not so easy to find people who work with this, because it's threats against us. So I can take the threats against myself, but I don't want to push other people into the translators, interpreters, into other. But I want to say on camera, in case somebody would like to translate it either to Czech or German or any language, please take contact with me. It's okay, totally. I would be pleased, and I could put links to the translation below the below the also in the text, so it would be very appreciated.
You are planning to speak with Anne Redels, right?
Yeah, Anne Redels is also she's a retired psychiatrist. I am medical doctor, I'm neurologist and psychiatrist. I'm not retired, but I believe that if I go to Sweden from Czech Republic, I would come there with a bullet between my eyes, because I have been threatened of the United Intelligence criminals of like Western countries and European Union countries. For me, it's like the same criminality. So, and it's stand for me, not for you, Rips and Art News. Yeah, then I talked to Carrie Cassidy, and Carrie talked about her latest whistleblowers interviews, and I would like to highlight Deborah Tavares and Carrie Berner. With Carrie Berner I have contact now very nice email I've got from her, and I hope we will do an interview. I will do an interview with her in the second half of October 2018. I have also contact with Deborah Tavares, but I believe she gives interviews on phone. So actually today I will email to Ole Dammegård if we could do triple interview with Deborah Tavares. Deborah, she actually was nominated for the Prague Peace Prize 2016. She has not received it yet because 2016, I believe, she went underground. Nobody knew where she is, but now she is back. It was because of the fires in California that are orchestrated, I believe, with help of technology. And Deborah Tavares, I would just say that she has the site from stopthecrime.net, and there are two very important documents. It's the Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars of the Bilderberg Group. There we can see that they are planning genocide. And Deborah has lately, 1 month ago or something like that, I have seen on her YouTube channel a interview with the man who is also a medical doctor, who gave her, I believe, this document, the Silent Weapon for Quiet Wars, I believe. And then there is another very important document that anybody can take a copy, which is the NASA document from July 2001. They're in cooperation with the US-American Department of Defense and also Australia. They are telling us that they will kill us with different genocidal methods. They will fool us with help of CNN, mind control, and she has it on her homepage. So there are these things I would like to talk with her about. And also she mentioned that in the latest interview with Claire Cassidy on Project Camelot, that there is a weapon, I believe, of course, nuclear weapon that you can put in the ocean and cause tsunami that could kill 100 million people in the United States. And I want to talk with her because the government of the United States and the Secret Service criminals and military, they wanted to genocide this way people on 17th of October 2013, and we have evidence about it. In Tokyo, Benjamin Fulford has reported that the authorities were already sitting in the bunker on Thursday, the 17th of October 2013, and nobody could see them the whole weekend. They hired the debt ceiling for United States citizens the night before 16th. Then there is a report that to Puerto Rico, the FEMA has transported a lot of FEMA coffins.
Yes, so we have spoken about this last time.
So I would like to talk with her about it because it's quite obvious that it could kill 100 million people. It was on the East Coast, the whole. So I would like to talk with her about this. And then with Carrie Burnham, who is a former nun, who was molested sexually, and then she was threatened, and they tried to shut her down. She has talked openly about nano device or nano domestic quell, which I recognized when she said this year. I recognized it from October 2013 on YouTube channel Rev Michelle Hopkins. I would like to talk to Rev Michelle Hopkins' mom as well, because she came with the information about this nano domestic quell which was developed from DARPA. And there we talked about it yesterday also, but it's very important that everybody knows, if this is true, that this nano domestic quell or kill switch, that it's working so that they have put it into municipal water in the United States, but I don't know where else, and to beverages of Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola, Nestle and other Danone yogurt, and you ingest it, it's doing nothing, but then when they want to kill you, they activate it. How they activate it is with drone. It's a certain frequency with drone or cell phone towers. They can activate it, and what happens, you get influenza-like symptoms, and you are dead in 10-12 days or something like that, and over 98% of people get killed. Some save their lives, but it's marginal. It's absolutely you can kill a whole population and say it was influenza, this and that.
Okay.
So when I saw the information on Rev Michelle Hopkins' YouTube channel in October 2013, so I spread the information to as many as I could, so that people knows about it, because many of the false flags and these genocidal methods were prevented, or at least stopped a little bit, because we have talked about it, and also your YouTube channel, I believe Adam has information. Is it 2013 already you have the information?
About this time.
Yeah, so it's important that everybody helps, because we are preventing false flags. Of course, the best would be to have governments and to have authorities that are working as they should, as the constitution of our country says, but it's not reality. You know, in your country, if I take this a little bit aside, your government, Polish government, and even other officials, I believe, was murdered in April 2010 in Smolensk, Russia. And still, if we wouldn't know who did it, whole government murdered. And I have heard from some Polish people that people who wasn't even on the flight that was taken down, they were murdered in other places at the same time. So it was coordinated. And it's the Illuminati, it's exactly how they do. It was also 70 years anniversary of another horrible executions of Polish officers. And who are the main behind all this? Illuminati and so why would you almost blame a country? Because 2010, I can tell you, I have talked about it already, I can tell you the person who I would blame first, the head of Illuminati, because yes. And I don't understand quite why this twin brother of your Lech, who died, Lech
Yaroslav is alive, yeah.
Why it was his twin brother, and even the Russian authorities, like Sergei Shoigu, who is the Minister of Defense, Vladimir Putin, President, and even Maria Zakharova, who many people see as something positive. Forces don't say it. No, it's not we. It's Illuminati, classical, typical.
Okay, but let us get back to the main topics. Starting from this year, you have decided to do the conference online. And these interviews this weekend were done together with Ole Damegard. Do you plan to continue it in the future in such a way that you will be conducting these interviews jointly with Ole?
Yeah, first I would like to say that I would prefer to have real conferences. So I hope next year that the legal problems will be solved, not the way that I'm in prison, but the other way, and that we can have again real conferences. So I hope around 23rd of September 2019 that we can have a real conference in cooperation with you, Rips on Our News, and also Ole Ramegård, lightonconspiracies.com. But in case it's not possible and I'm not in prison, I would at least do something like this now, but it's not the first plan A. It's like plan B.
Okay. And about your legal problems, from the time we met last year, did any new legal problems occur?
Yeah, it's like when they understand that they haven't won the first, they directly come with another one. So now what's going, they on 6th of December 2017 they tried to get me behind bars in an illegal way, like it was a court but illegal way. They were not successful, and I would just say, who am I fighting against? It's the man on the top of the pyramid. And if you know 6th of December is 12 months, 12 is 6 plus 6. So 6 December I read directly because as 666. The very same day that I would go by court behind bars, the same day, 666, 12th of December, President Donald Trump make an announcement that the United States Embassy is moving from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Who is winning this? Who is like the winner if he says so? Well, the man on the top of the pyramid, the highest ranked Illuminati Zionist, and so it was for him because the plan is for them to build the third temple of Solomon in Jerusalem. They have to remove or do something with the Aleksandra temple, which is on the Temple Mount, and he would enter it and declare himself. They abuse religion. So even if he is a Satanist and with all involved, of course, he's the boss, top Illuminati. So he would enter the Temple of Solomon then and declare himself to be God. They want to use the religions, and it's me who stand for that. So for the boss of the Illuminati, it was a big day, the 6th of December, 666. And the same day, I, who worked directly against him and tried to stop him, I have heard the name, I don't know, the job who is preventing or stopping for a while this, it's a special word I have heard, and it's how I work it. So at the same day, who he has won this, I would be behind bars, and I don't know if the court, if it's a coincidence that they took this day 666 as well as this. So restrainer, it's what I do, and I restrain just stop. So I would like to that there are 7 billion of restrainers that restrain all these Illuminati criminality.
Okay, what are your plans for this year? Who are you planning to interview in general?
Yeah, I will. Well, we haven't done yet the interview with Anne Redels. Anne Redels is a former psychiatrist. She has her own YouTube channel. She gives shows. Anne Redels is the name, and she is from generational satanic family. So she has been mind controlled as child, of course, and abused ritually. She has seen murders by these satanic ritual murders. She has talked about it. I have a video many months ago that Anne Redel speaks about her upbringings and these experiences, and she also is warning, be careful, there are Satanists among medical staff. And I'm a medical doctor, so I mean, it's quite heavy for me that there are colleagues who are Satanists and are harming and killing people by purpose, secretly. It's awful, but I have seen it now when my eyes have opened with help of Anne Redels. I have seen it also.
So we will see the interview
and then I
yeah.
hope I will manage, like with Ole and to interview Deborah Tavares.
Oh, that will be great.
Yes, and then Kerry Burnham, the nun, and it would be really great. That then I have many others, and then I would mention that I have no contact with Fritz Springmeier since 12th of July. He would be talking at this conference. Also, he would do something like for us pre-filmed that you could translate to Polish, and I had to check. I haven't heard from him since 12th of July. As I said, what I heard a few days later was that it was like blackmail in coded language, Illuminati coded language, that the Illuminati, the boss of Illuminati, is threatening to kill Fritz Springmeier's youngest son.
Yeah.
I haven't written to Fritz because I can tell you, but I have written email to Ole Dammegård and Sandra Fäkt in Canada, because they know Fritz Springmeier, they have met him, and so in case it would happen anything, and I haven't heard anything from Fritz. I want to show also Fritz has received the Prague Peace Prize. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little statue like of a powder tower in Prague. It's nothing special, little bit crystal, and we have the speech recorded, and we will translate it at the same. Also, David Icke has received it, and Ole Dammegård has received it. And Jim Mars, just via mail, and Jim Mars, before he died, and he was so he sang so much. It was such a beautiful email he has written me. And Bob Dean, who is quite well known, he has also received it. Also, his wife Marsha Schaefer has thanked me that he was like touched, and he Harald and others is. Yeah.
And just to finish up, the most important thing that quite recently happened, you have opened a new YouTube channel. Can you tell us a little bit about this, what the address, and how can we find you?
It's because after the interview I did with Robert David Steele, they have blocked I have got strike, and I have a feeling that if I log in, they remove all my videos. They have removed 2 videos, and they don't have any right to do it, YouTube. And it's Ole Dammegård's lecture from July 2017. You were not filming it. I believe it was destroyed a little bit by purpose of NTV, Polish NTV, so that you couldn't see the slides when he was talking.
Yes, I recall
but
that.
now they have removed, YouTube has removed it at all. And it's, I believe, because Ule talks about false flag operations, crowds on demand, crisis sectors, and he has the evidence. And he has the evidence against the terrorist organization of NATO. It's a terrorist organization, and not only that, it's a satanic. They are involved in satanic ritual sacrifice. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture, but a very beautiful woman who lived just a few 100 meters from me. 23-year-old Aneta Rodova. She was murdered brutally in order to get her heart. the heart was removed. The second abduction 1 week after her murder, revealed that the heart is missing. They said that she has stabbed herself 13 times, 3 times in heart and 1 time in the lung on the opposite side, and still she could fight the man who tried to save her life by holding the knife. The man is free. And I know exactly which flight when her heart went from the country, and it's a US NATO military flight, Bell, Boeing, Osprey, blah blah. I know which pilot was it.
Okay. Maybe we will have opportunity to talk about this some other time.
Yeah, but I would say about my YouTube channel. So it's the reason why I don't enter this. And it was another thing. Robert David Steele, on 22nd of February, I did an interview with him, or I published it. He was so kind, so he asked another bigger YouTube channel, Victorus Libertas, to upload the video, which they did, and they have many very good videos, many good interviews, really great. And because I have shown picture of the head of Illuminati, and it's a bigger YouTube channel, so they could, on my little YouTube channel they could maybe tolerate it, but not on bigger, in connection with presidential candidate Robert David Steele and Victorus Libertas. So they shut down their whole YouTube channel within hours, I believe. And so that's why I took my face like like produce. So I have a new YouTube channel. I believe it's Aleksandra JP. It's my name. From Illusion to Reality. It's my face like on it, on the logo, and we will put there the new videos. And I want to say that I will go to court, and if they remove the videos, it will be Google, YouTube. It should have consequences, because you cannot do this. This country still, on paper, have freedom of speech, which is absolutely nonsense. We don't have it. But I will do it like via court. I have to, because I mean this is against Constitution of Czech Republic. It's against Constitution of United States. Why doesn't President of United States do anything? They shut down Alex Jones' YouTube channel. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah. And the Illuminati YouTube channel, Like Killers, has still on their YouTube channel, and it's like the boss of Illuminati, well, the head of Illuminati, William Van Down, who has the YouTube channel. Just look at it, and there are a few videos from this year, which I found like I take it very seriously, very serious. I don't love what William is doing, but William Van Down is doing. But like he didn't publish, or the YouTube channel Like Killers hasn't published anything in 4 years, but it's still on YouTube. I checked the videos like 4 years back. There they are threatening with torture and killing of many YouTubers. And on the first place is Alex Jones. And it's on YouTube. I mean, and I would say that I have gone to the prosecutors. If you ask me about the legal problems against me, I went to the prosecutor office here in Kladno, and I talked about William Van Down and the criminality. They charged me that I have attacked the prosecutor, like not physically, I don't do that, but that I have said that he doesn't do his job.
Okay.
And you have 19th of September 2017 that the same prosecutor is writing me a letter and to Prague, higher prosecutor office, about William Van Down, that there is a will be maybe investigations and charges against me. Instead, I would go to behind bars. Like, what is this?
So this is still going on, right? It's an ongoing process.
Yeah, but what I want to say that to this prosecutor in February 2016, I talked about this like a YouTube channel. I said I recognize the voice of the man who is like impersonated, and he is. This is Michael P, who faked that he has lost memory in Norway. It's his voice, and he is telling with his voice there will be nuclear attacks on big cities, there will be disasters. And you know what? Some 3 days ago, they have still a video. They have now a video with the same man who worked for Ministry of Interior, IT, Czech Ministry of Interior. It's his voice again who says, now Third World War will start soon in the Middle East. And threatening with, I mean, what is this? What are we paying the Secret Service for?
Yes, that's what we have spoken about last year.
Yeah.
So that didn't change at all, right?
Yeah. So shall I go to the top prosecutors in the country and say, this man, Michael P, who is a former employee of Ministry of Interior, IT, you know him very well, I can show you the picture, why don't you do anything?
Yeah. Just as we spoken last year.
And why do you think the prosecutor or the chief prosecutor, well, the three most important prosecutors are sitting together with Czech TV, which is highly complicit, with former anti-mafia police highest, which is exactly doing opposite, and they are making plans also with, and sometimes they sit also with Andrew Shapiro, who is who was US American ambassador, Illuminati. I mean, where are we? What are we doing?
Okay, so we'll possibly do some materials in the future.
Yes.
To extend our cooperation.
I hope.
Thank you very much for hosting us again. And
thank you. You're welcome.
We all hope for future cooperation together with you and Ole Damagard from the Light on Conspiracies. Thank you again for hosting us.
Thank you so much that you came such a long way.